خاتم الأنبياء وعلى آله وأصحابه الذين اجتباه. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ما كان محمد أبا أحد من رجالكم ولكن رسول الله وخاتم النبيين وكان الله بكل شيء عليما. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا الله ذكرا كثيرا وسبحوه بكرة وأصيلا. هو الذي يصلي عليكم وملائكته ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور وكان بالمؤمنين رحيما. تحيتهم يوم يلقونه سلام وأعد لهم أجرا كريما. صدق الله العظيم. In our last session, we were talking about the challenges Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq Radiyallahu Anhu faced just after taking over the Khilafah. And basically, the greatest challenges he was facing at that time were from three different groups. One was those people who had rejected Islam totally. They were called murtaddeen. The second group was of those who rejected to pay the zakah. Mani'een az-zakah. They said, we will accept everything from Islam. We are Muslims. We will perform the salah with you in the jama'ah the way you people do it. We'll do everything the same way as we used to do it at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and as it is stated in Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We believe in the whole Quran, we believe in all the hadiths, except we are not going to be paying the zakah. And the third group was of those who started claiming to be the prophets after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. When we look at it now, we can really tell that it was a great blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this ummah, that He made Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'een during the time of Khulafa al-Rashideen face all of these challenges and set an example for the ummah to come till the Day of Judgment. Otherwise, we would have had a lot of differences in these matters, and then these matters were not like the moon sighting, whether it's today or tomorrow. These matters were of Islam and Kufr. These were the matters of Aqidah. That whether these people are Muslims or not Muslims. If they are non-Muslims, how to deal with them. Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'een have unanimously agreed on this matter and how to deal with these type of people and what are the rules and the laws of Islam and Kufr. When we look at these three groups, there are three different groups. But in reality, it's all one. Even at that time, at the time of Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'een, many of those people who were comparing these groups, they were considering one group worse than other. Abu Bakr Radiyallahu Anhu's iman was totally unique and different. And he made it clear and proved it to the Ummah and at that time to Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'een that all of these people are equal in their kufr. Even these people who are just rejecting the zakah are just as bad as those who are rejecting the total Islam. And those people who are accepting everything from Islam and just claiming to have another prophet after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are as bad as those who have rejected the Islam totally and become murtad. And here, I have to go in some detail of these groups for us to understand the difference of iman and kufr and the rules of being into our deen and getting rejected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from this deen. Remember, these are two different things that normally people are very careless about them, and we just, without having the proper knowledge of these matters, we try to give fatwa of iman and kufr, which is a very dangerous thing to do. And it's bad from both sides. Calling a Muslim kafir is bad, but is equally bad to call a kafir a Muslim. Sometimes we are careful in calling the Muslim kafir, even though nowadays we are not even careful in these matters, wal-iyazu billah, which is so dangerous. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says in the hadith, whoever will call a Muslim kafir, and whoever will call another person a kafir, if that person is not a kafir, that kufr will come back to this person who have said it. It won't go wasted. It won't go nowhere. It will try to go to that person whom we have called kafir, and if it does not get to that person, he is not a kafir, he has iman in his heart, will come back to this person who have called that person a kafir, and this person has to renounce his iman, and this person will have to take the shahada again. This is how dangerous it is. And it's equally dangerous to call a kafir Muslim, which simply means because of the fear that I don't want to call a Muslim kafir, so let's call him Muslim. That's not the way either. If the person is kafir and we call him Muslim, this person loses his faith and his iman. Also, because he have rejected some of the very important fundamentals of Islam, that person was rejecting iman or some parts of iman, and yet we call him a mu'min. Islam does not accept that person either in Islam. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran al-Kareem, أَتُرِيدُونَ أَن تَهْدُوا مَنْ أَضَلَّ اللَّهِ. Are you trying to prove the guidance of those who have been misguided by Allah? Allah is saying that he's out of iman, and we are trying to prove his iman. أَتُرِيدُونَ أَن تَهْدُوا مَنْ أَضَلَّ اللَّهِ. Are you trying to give hidayah to the one who's misguided, and Allah has put him in the list of the kuffar? So both things are equally bad. And we have to be very careful, extremely careful in both sides. Imagine, and we all know this, if something is halal, to call it haram, we know is a major sin. And equally bad, if something is haram and we call it halal. So if changing the halal and haram is so bad, imagine how bad it will be calling a Muslim kafir and a kafir Muslim. This is worse than this. That's you are, for example, you have a meat in front of you. And about this meat you are saying is haram, whereas that is halal, or it's haram and you say it's halal. This is about a meat. Imagine you call a person who is in Islam, you call him this is out of Iman, or a person who does not have Iman, and we try to put his name, add his name into the list of mu'mineen and the believers.